Oh, speaking of Disney, they're rolling back some of their DEI efforts.
Yeah.
Oh, strange.
What, renaming it to something else?
Yes,
probably.
Thanks for thanks for going right to the punchline on that one, Comics. I really appreciate it. That is Streaming 101 by Comics Division, ladies and gentlemen. And he learned that from Az.
Had a good mentor.
Yeah. Disney stepping back from some DEI efforts as Trump takes power. The changes come amid a campaign against programs intended to boost diversity by being discriminatory, by the way. The reason they're rolling some of these things back is because in the private sector for not allegedly violating civil rights laws. Because you were excluding an entire race of people from your hiring practices, which is against civil rights laws, to the point where some local jurisdictions in Southern California had to change their laws, which they did, so they wouldn't be violating any laws. So yes, it's great to fight discrimination with discrimination, guys. It works all the time, doesn't it?
Totally.
They have to get rid of all of their whites need not apply signs. That's gonna suck.
Well, dude, people were saying that on Twitter too. Remember when they were?
I know.
Yeah, people were like, comic people and gaming people were like, whites need not apply to this one. It's like, whoa, okay.
Yeah. The way they get around it in the UK is they go, we will consider all applications. We'll just prioritize these people, and so it still avoids the law.
And that's just saying that they're throwing out every application that doesn't have the diversity tick boxes. We know what's going on.
Yes.
God.
Okay.
I'm so glad that doing that has made the quality of our content so much better.
There was an article not long ago where it's like, finally, women have achieved parity in pay in the top grossing movies. Finally, we've just achieved it.
I mean, it sucks, but we got the women in there. Yeah. All right. Well done.
It was a really down year for the box office, but at least it was equal.
Yeah. Female actors finally achieved parity with men as leads in the top grossing films of 2024, a year that was collectively down from 2023, which was called the year of the flopbuster, by the way.
Girls do get it done.
But this is amazing because that's exactly how it, like, if you want equality, like the only way they can do it is to cut everyone down to be on the same level. Right?
And notice it wasn't even enough to be cast the same. They had to be the same in popularity. It had to be top grossing as well.
And what statement has been made as a result? We could be just as shit as the women directors too. It's like, all right,
yay, women! In a move to try and ensure that it doesn't wind up in the crosshairs of the Trump administration's campaign. I mean, never mind that the audience has completely rejected all of this shit. I mean, against diversity, equity, and inclusion programs, Disney appears to be rolling back some of its DEI efforts. At least they're saying they are. I don't believe it for a second. The entertainment
the next one is, what was it? Impact, social impact in entertainment is what it's getting to.
Yeah.
All right. And where are the massive like swaths of people just getting fired for being DI? I'm not seeing it. It's just like they're just rebranding.
Dude, I'm looking forward to financial impact on
I'm not going to read this entire article. What it's probably going to be is, okay, so the entertainment giant in its latest filing to regulators scrubbed references to the Reimagine Tomorrow initiative, which launched in 2021 with the Summer of Love and everything, with the purpose of amplifying underrepresented voices. I love how they just continue to, you're marginalized, you're underrepresented, you're less than. And if it isn't for us really wise, woke white women mostly to lift you up, you don't even know how to read an app or use a computer. So fucking racist.
Basically what this was when they were talking, they used to, in all these different quarterly reports, were bragging about all their diversity, equity, inclusion programs. They removed a handful from that list this time, didn't really focus on it because they know how unpopular it is. But Reimagine Tomorrow, that is the program that launched a couple years ago in 2021. That's what led to those leaked Zoom calls about the not-so-secret gay agenda. That's what led to all the controversy in Florida with the Don't Say Gay bill, otherwise known as the Parental Rights and Education bill, that led to Disney basically getting smacked in the dick for all of that stuff. That's the same program that is behind the rebranding of Splash Mountain to Tiana's Bayou in the theme parks, which has not gone over well with people. And now that website is down.
Oh,
Are all those people gone? Are they out of jobs? Are they just moving things around? That obviously remains to be seen.
I feel like we would be hearing from these people. If they got fired, they would be out there 100%.
Yeah.
Listen,
regardless of
other departments.
NDAs or whatever.
This is the same. We talked about it 2 weeks ago when I was here. This is the same fucking Disney that says we're going to quiet things down in the culture war every fucking year. They say it every fucking year, and they are on the front lines. Bob Iger is a 5-star general in the fucking culture war. He is no way in hell going to change his ways. They're going to just be a little more subtle about it. And that's what comics are saying. Many people have said that. And
It's
you're
not
right.
good for business anymore to brag about it. They thought it would be good for business to brag about it. It was really fucking bad for business. And so now even the companies that say we're not doing this, we'll have to watch. We'll have to fucking wait and see. Right? Just because they say something, just because they remove this from bragging about it, doesn't mean they're not going to do it. We just have to wait and see what they're going to do.
And they always end up escalating things after they say, oh, we're to quiet the noise down with the culture war. Nope, immediately goes to escalation.
Now, the one thing you can say when you look at Disney that has been a pretty big thing was that one Pixar cartoon that was scheduled to come out that had an entire transgender storyline for this child and all this stuff. They completely scrubbed that from it. The actor that they cast was a trans actor who was supposed to be playing a trans character. They turned that character into just a normal fucking person. Right. So they were really pissed about their role getting taken away from them.
Because the trans person was playing a character of their biological identity.
How dare you make me act?
I know, right?
They're acting by being trans. So.
That is one of the few things you can look at and be like, that is a change that they've made because they knew how fucking unpopular it would be. Inside Out 2, if you remember what the animators and people came out from behind there, they were complaining because Disney came down and said, hey, we don't want there to be any possible fucking question that these characters are gay. This is a kids movie. We don't want any questions in there. We just want to make sure to remove any possible hint that could be even perceived by people as like gay baiting or hinting at anything. They did come out and say that for Inside Out 2 as well.
So what's interesting about that, it seems like there are some higher up, some managers that actually care about the bottom line and making a profit, and they're few and far between. But it seems like all the other, like, you know, foot soldiers workers, they were very pissed off about having to do it, but they seem to have, you know, done what they were told.
Well, and good luck changing that at Disney with all the people who work there, because they all still believe in that stuff. But to show you what a fucking dead issue trans kids is, J.K. Rowling has been railing about this for years now. And, you know, Ryan and some of us here and Garrett, you know about the Harry Potter fan base. Okay. So it's not like a based fan base. Okay. Let's just point out the obvious.
It's diverse.
It's very diverse. And it's the kind of fan base that would be fucking that has, you know, some of the old, like MuggleNet has been, you know, gone against J.K. Rowling, and it hasn't affected her in the least bit. She's making more money now than she ever has. So it's a dead issue, and everybody knows it. It's crossing a line, and it's a loser, and it'll be a loser forever. And I'm glad that it's finally losing. And it looks like a lot of it was trumped up by us. A lot of our taxpayer dollars were paying for a lot of this bullshit, you know, through certain organizations, U.S. AIDS. And many others. And believe me, the corporations believe this too. It wasn't just government money coming in. There's true believers everywhere within these corporations that were pushing it too. So keep losing. I'll be happy.
Nerdrotic.com. Please subscribe.
Vamos,